Some new developments in the devastating Washington state wildfires. The man accused of starting one of the three fires in the Spokane area is set to be arraigned in court today. So far, hundreds of homes have been destroyed and thousands of people have been evacuated. As fire crews say they've made some containment progress during a short-lived reprieve from severe weather over the past few days, but they're now bracing for flame-fueling winds and intense heat that could actually undo some of that very hard-won progress. I want to bring in Major General Gent Welsh, commander of the Washington National Guard. Really appreciate you being here. You know, a week ago, Governor Ferguson activated 110 members of the Washington National Guard. What has been the priority for your team?
Actually, we're almost up to 400 now. So
right,
really kind of three lines of effort. So we've got about 110 folks actually out fighting fire in central Washington. And then we've got about 210 folks that are actually assisting law enforcement in Spokane and Spokane County with traffic control points and really ensuring these evacuation zones are free from people going in and out and, potentially looting and other things. But there's just a lot of safety hazards still in Spokane and will be for quite some time. And the last area is really our heroes of this event. And those are our aviation crews daily dropping water on all the fires, not just Spokane, but really across the state, really credited with many saves of homes and a lot of property savings. So really proud of our team, but just about 400 folks on the lines right now.
Wow, I mean, so it gives you an idea of just the scale of response, again, on top of the resources deployed from the state and local jurisdictions as well. And, you know, as I understand, you got a little bit of a reprieve from the weather. How are you expecting worsening weather conditions will impact responder efforts today through Saturday? Are you already starting to see that a little bit?
I think we're very concerned. Couple things. I mean, we're going to get some winds, flowing in from the coast. Thankfully, that's going to be clearing out a lot of the smoke area from the Seattle area where I am now. But that's just bad news for central Washington, eastern Washington. Those winds are going to heat up. It's going to be very hot over the next couple days. I don't know that the winds are going to be as strong as they were this past weekend, but it's certainly something that's very concerning for those fire crews, very concerned for the fire leadership that's out there. They want to get those containment lines in now before that wind hits.
And, you know, one of the major concerns in any type of disaster response, especially one that's prolonged like this one, is trying to make sure that your crews have the resources they need as well to combat this effectively. Do you have any concerns at this point about crew exhaustion as these battles wage on against these fires?
You always do. You're always looking out for your folks that are out there on the fire lines. Certainly the Washington National Guard is not providing the majority of the firefighters.
Sure.
But the ones we've got plans to replace those if they're needed. But really looking beyond, we cannot say enough good things about the response of the current administration. The president's team has been on things. There's just constant flows of offers of help coming into this state. So we feel very secure in what we've got and really very well looked after both at the state level and the federal level. Can't say enough good things about just the offers of help flowing in.
And just give us a sense of that, because Governor Ferguson did announce the federal government granted his request for an emergency declaration. What kind of support is the federal government currently providing?
Well, I think that's still something that's being worked, but think of it really as an open tool chest. So right now there's certain tools that the state can provide. There's certain unique tools that the federal government provides. Search and rescue is one. Cadaver dogs if we end up with some missing people. There's just a number of other temporary housing things like that the feds can provide. But again, normally these federal processes take weeks to do. If you look at previous disasters. A lot of questions about the speed of a federal response. This governor got on things very, very quickly, phone calls with the president, and within hours to a day or two, had all the approvals that he needed to get stuff going. So there's a lot of conversations now between FEMA, our team here, U.S. Northern Command about the types of things that we need. I'll just give you just a quick example. I mean, 250 U.S. Army firefighters are showing up to the Colville Indian Reservation early next week to help out. So that's a clear example of where the federal government is moving as quick as they can and really trying to help Washington out.
Well, and anytime you see fires, especially of this scale, you do see collaboration across local, state, federal. Of course, you all are out there as well in increased numbers in a support fashion, but also battling this directly as well. Major General Gent Welsh, I really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for the insight.
You're absolutely welcome. Thanks so much.
Brianna?